I was sitting here and I was thinking about the difference between feedback and opinions. And this is something that was on my mind. Hi, my name is Kelly Bradford. Welcome to my channel. I am a sales empowerment coach and I help take the scariness out of sales. So if you are a business owner, a creative, an influencer, and you want to promote your idea, your business, your page, whatever it is, so that you can have success with it and create financial abundance with it, let me know. I'd love to work with you. There's details in my description. Let's talk about it. Let's discuss it. Feedback versus opinions. So when I think about feedback, I think feedback a lot of times can be constructive. And I want to say that there are a few things about feedback that come to mind. The first thing about feedback is that it can help you make improvements or make changes. So you can almost treat feedback as a learning experience. That's why so many of these companies will ask you, hey, you came through here today. Would you mind leaving some feedback? Would you mind creating a survey? They want to know how to improve your experience. And so I think a lot of the information that people get when they do solicit feedback can be used to improve things, especially when it comes to your business. So just look at that as it being a way of constructively giving you some direction on what your clients want, need, what maybe there's lacking that you can improve upon. And then there's different ways that you can solicit feedback too. You could ask people to DM you on socials. You could ask for people to leave a comment. You could do a poll or a quiz. There are so many ways that you can do it, but almost look at it as a way to gather data that's going to help propel your business forward. Another good thing about feedback is that it can help give you some insight as to how you're seen. I was at a conference this week and I had a session with somebody there. A particular person was trying to just come up on a way to really hone in on what their skills were in order to develop a business idea. Now, when I think back in the early stages, I've been there before. You just have so many ideas that are coming to you and you want to do something that you're good at. But a lot of times we don't take ownership of our strengths. And so one thing that you could do is you can ask 5 trusted people, just trusted people, what are some things you think about me? Now, I know at first you're going to be like, Kelly, what do you do? Why would I do that? And I know that it can seem daunting, but here's the thing. If you get this information from trusted people, they're going to be really doing it from a place of helping you. And so when you're really trying to figure out how you're going to come through as your authentic self with your business, you want to get that feedback on how people see you, how you're perceived, what they think when you walk into a room. So I've actually done this exercise, and the feedback that has come back is that people have told me they feel inspired when they speak to me. They feel like I have a presence about me of authority when I walk into a room or when I start a conversation. They say that I'm a good listener, but they do say that sometimes I just maybe seem unapproachable. Now in my head, I was like, well, what do you mean? I'm just being me. I'm a normal person. But sometimes when you get that feedback from people, it can help you say, well, listen, if that's what people see, that's what they see. If I've heard that feedback a couple of times, what are some ways that I can change that? What are some ways I can maybe become more approachable? And so from there, I learned how to work on my body language a little bit. Sometimes if you have your arms folded or if you have them folded in front of you, you may not seem approachable. I started also walking up to people more and starting conversations to just help them feel more at ease. I'm really good at making people feel comfortable if they're somewhere and they just seem like they need a friend. So those were just some things that I implemented in my early stages of networking and selling that helped me to really communicate better with people. So feedback can definitely be a good thing, especially if it's going to help improve your business, how you promote. The other great thing about feedback is that it's actually going to give an accurate account of what somebody's experience was. So if you're asking somebody what their experience was with your service, with your business, you're going to be able to see from the lens of a consumer what their thoughts are. And if they say something negative, it's okay. You don't need to take it personal. It's just business, right? So if they do say something negative, you just want to ask yourself, how can I improve this? Especially if you see it repeatedly, then it's an opportunity to improve the situation. So just think about that feedback and say, How can I improve this? How would I be able to make this better? Would it be maybe having more employees available? Would it be maybe changing hours? Would it be my response time when they ask for something? Whatever it is, just try to take it as a learning experience, and that's gonna help you utilize that feedback. So let's talk about opinions now, because I'm not really a big fan of opinions. I'll be honest with you. I think some people can shove them wherever they can shove them. I don't care, but I do feel that opinions are especially important to talk about in entrepreneurship or when you are doing your own thing, because they can really derail you. As far as dealing with opinions, the first thing that you have to know about opinions is they typically tend to be just off the cuff. People tend to run their mouths. They're not really thinking about what they're saying. If they do say something that hits a nerve, you gotta kind of just brush it off, let it roll off your shoulder, and not let it affect your day. I think a lot of times people are more worried about just trying to say something rather than trying to say the right thing. And so if you start to look at it that way, it makes it a lot easier to deal with. The other thing about opinions is that they can derail you a little bit. Somebody about your business that you have, and they're like, well, that doesn't sound very practical, or that's not something that I would use. Well, you could possibly feel a little defeated from that, but you don't have to let it derail you. And that's from the last tip, just that you just have to let it roll off your shoulder. It's really not that deep. The third thing about opinions is that they usually are not based off of fact. Somebody just rolling things out of their mouth, it's not going to have an impact on you either way. You, at the end of the day, are in control of your business, of how you do things, of how you move forward. And so the way that a lot of entrepreneurs become successful is they just don't listen to the noise, keep moving forward. I hope that this has helped a little bit just to kind of demystify the difference between feedback and opinion. So feedback is gonna be more constructive. Think of it as a learning experience, a way to improve. Opinions are just noise, they're just opinions. Thanks so much for watching my channel. If you like this content, please hit like and subscribe. Let me know some good constructive feedback that you've experienced from your business or just about yourself. What's something that people have told you that you've really learned from and that you've been able to improve upon?